In this video, we're going to be learning about how we can add audio to a video using Logic Pro. The project that we'll be working on today will have three main purposes. We will be learning how to import various video formats into Logic and place it where we want to place it in the project. We will be learning how to develop Foley soundboards for the project with applicable sounds. And then we will be engineering a multi-layered audio file to bring the video to life. To import a video, it's actually very similar and just as easy as importing any other format audio file into Logic. The first things first is you're going to download the video file from the Google Classroom if you're in my class. If you are just a YouTube surfer and you came across this video, if you have a video that you want to work on, make sure that you get it downloaded. Like any other media files that we have worked on in the past, you just drag the video file into Logic. It's going to prompt you to accept a new frame rate for the project. Do so and then allow Logic to process it. We then will be moving the video file to the appropriate place in the project, and then we save our work. To show you how that's done, we'll go into our Logic Pro format here. We're going to create a new project, and I just created a software instrument track because we're going to be using that later. We're going to change the plugin. But here we are. We have our Logic project, and it's blank. And what I'm going to do is I have my video format right down here in my downloads, and I'm just going to drag it in. And if I drag it in right into that first measure, there's the prompt to use the 29.97 frame rate. I'm going to accept it, and there it is. I can now move it. It's got its own track, and I can move it anywhere in the project that I would like. Again, this isn't the video format, the video editor, so there's no video editing capabilities. It's just audio. You want to make sure that you don't squish the beginning, so it will not stop when you get to the front of the project. So you want to make sure that you aren't, cutting off the first part of your project. So let's make sure that we have that there. Now, the reason we're using this video is because it is a copyright free, so it's old enough that the copyright has expired, and it is a silent film, so there's no audio, and it's short. And we are going to be creating the audio for this video. Just like we've talked about in our let's talk about Foley art first. Foley art is the process of recording audio sound effects to mimic the actions present on a screen. So whatever actions are happening, whether it's clothing being rustled while people are walking or running, the sound of footsteps, door knocks, all of that is actually done by a Foley artist. And it is usually done in a sound studio with various objects to record unique actions. We are going to be doing a version of that where we're not going to be setting up a sound studio to do all this, but we're going to be capturing or collecting the sounds that we want to use and then creating a soundboard using the sampler to create a way for us to have sounds on demand and something that we can record with the video. So you're going to be using the skills we learned in the last project. If you need to review that, please go and review the percussion sampler project on how we import the audio into a sampler. But you're going to be creating two separate samplers, two separate soundboards to record the Foley layer of our video. So what I would like for you to do is to go ahead and pause this, and I want you to create a soundboard for punching sounds and cat sounds. So go ahead and do that, hit pause, get that done, and then when you finish that, come back to the video. All right, hopefully you paused the video and you finished your work. If you have not, go do that now. If you have, fantastic. Moving ahead. We're going to audio engineer this video. It's only about 22 seconds, so it's not too intensive. The intensive part was what we just worked on. So hopefully you've done most of the heavy lifting of this project with creating those 2 soundboards. But now we have to create the soundscape for our video. Unlike our soundscape project where we are creating the image in our minds, here we're using the video to help us create that image. And so we need to have our environment layer, and then we add our Foley layer. After that, if you would like to add a dialogue layer, whether you have announcers or people chanting in the background, that is your choice. Or if you wanted to have dramatic movie soundtrack music playing, that's also your choice. But the 2 main things I'm looking for in this project is a realistic environment background sound and then realistic Foley, meaning that your sounds have been timed out as well as possible with the video at hand. So let's take a look at this. Let's dive into it and see how we can do this. So we have our video here, right? We have it. We're going to save it. I'm going to save it as cat fight. And now I need to create an environment sound. I've already done some of the heavy lifting beforehand, so I'm going to go to large indoor boxing crowd with applause cheering. So this is something I searched for, something unique, and it's kind of a large file, but I can pick and choose what parts of this sound clip that I found I want to use. So now if we watch the video, if I hit play, the video is going to play with the sound. It's a pretty easy part of the project to find something consistent sound in the background of cheering. You might want to find different part of the video, or maybe time out when the punches are happening, large crowd reaction. That's your choice. Now we need to add so this was our first layer, the environment layer. Now we need to add the Foley layer. Now, like I said, we should have we are going to be using soundboards using our sampler. So I'm going to choose my sampler, and I'm going to choose, I already have, let's see, cats. So I have cats. If I look at the edit, you can see I have about 7 different sound effects of cats. Angry cat. Which is great. I have a keyboard right here that I can use. Once I get it set up. I think what happened. There we go. So opening up our soundboard, we have our 7 different sounds of angry cats. Those are the ones I found. You can use different ones. Ideally use different ones, but I have a keyboard here, and you can use musical typing. I'm going to use a keyboard, and what I can do is I can access this on demand. Now, the part of the Foley art is to play the video and timeout when you want the video to play the sounds. Now the cheering's kind of loud, so I'm going to turn that down so I can hear my cat. We can adjust the volumes later. But if I watch and play, yeah. And it has some variety. Now, I have my soundboard. I have my keyboard. If you are using musical typing, you're using musical typing, accessing the window up here. You can have it right there. And what I am doing is I'm going to record. I'm going to hit the record button up here, and now, as the video happens, it records a MIDI file. Watching back, the MIDI file will tell the computer to play those sounds, and it creates in the time of the video when I want those sounds to happen. So what you're going to be doing now is you're going to be doing the same thing with the cats and punching sound effects. You're going to first create your environment layer. Second, you're going to add your Foley layer, so the cats and the punching.